What's up? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. I wonder if it'll show my... I'm doing screen 2. I wonder. But if I'm projecting it on that screen, why is it not? Why is the chat not showing up? That's fucking weird. Okay.
Come on, Tom, finger it out.
Shut up, fool. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Because I'm a moron. That's what's not happening.
What's up?
What's up?
There he is.
Yeah.
And there goes my screen.
Yeah. Well, when I was on like almost an hour and a half ago, nobody else was.
Right. Motherfuckers.
would known, I was at home. I could have been on.
And I sat here waiting for a little bit, and I watched like 3 different videos on YouTube, and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go play a game.
Well, I have to wait for Annette to go to sleep, or to go lay down and go to bed, before I can play.
Roofies, man. Roofies.
No.
Get you some all natural sleeping pills, man. Come on.
I just ordered the new commander decks for the next set that's coming out.
Nice.
All 5 of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's cheaper that way.
that's true. I was thinking about doing the same thing because they do give you like a discount a little bit if you buy them all. So
And if you buy from like cool stuff online, the more stuff you buy from there, they increase the discount that you get. So
nice.
it's kind of a cool thing, and they're pretty cheap too. So if you're interested, use them.
Yeah. So that's the name of the site, Cool Stuff Online.
Cool Stuff Inc.
Oh, okay. Right, yeah, I'll look them up after this because I was thinking about doing the same thing.
Yeah, I haven't used them a lot recently because I haven't been doing a lot of cards until just recently. So I was like, yeah, I forgot about them. So I just started using them again.
There, now I got my damn chat on the screen, so I can see it.
Full screen there. Get this set up like I
Yo, yo.
see what
Yo, yo. Alright, cool.
You're twitching again.
Yep.
You know they have medication for that.
Right.
Be dangerous, Tom. Careful. Don't get Tom a gun.
Hey, I have a gun, but it's a black powder pistol, but I don't think it even works.
Yeah, I just got my figure for the nurse for Silent Hill.
What? Oh, the nurse from Silent Hill?
Yeah, I
Let
already
me
had
see.
Pyramid Head.
Let me see
It's
him.
out in the living room.
I don't give
I
a
have
fuck.
Pyramid Head right here.
Let me see Pyramid Head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Pyramid
dope.
Head in the box.
Hell yeah.
There's a side picture of it. It's a bit hard to see with all the plastic and stuff, but yeah, it's pretty sick.
That is dope.
You get that from Japan or something?
No, this company called Good Smile. They do anime and video game figures.
I need my life counter. Do you notice my camera's higher now?
Yeah, you got a stand finally?
Yeah, look. A higher one.
He
I
took
should get
my
a stand.
idea. He took my idea. He's doing the same shit I was doing.
Who?
Me?
I took your shit?
Yeah, because the clip onto the desk, I gave you that idea because I was the one who bought the same thing.
Well, I had a much smaller one, but it wasn't.
It didn't work.
No, now you can see the cards good too.
Yeah.
I should order a new camera. That's my only complaint with my setup. We have this old ass camera. It's a little grainy, but
I just ordered it. I'm gonna be ordering another one because we actually got our income tax back, which is actually quite shocking. Because when the lady did it, she's like, "Oh, you're gonna be owing about $3,000." We're like, "Wait, what?" And then we got a letter from the IRS saying that she fucked up somewhere, and we get like $1,100 back for federal.
yeah, I'd be fucking wanting to kill that lady. That's why I do them myself, though.
Yeah, but see, we
Just
went
'cause of
through
the TurboTax stuff. It is so much easier and faster.
Jackson Hewitt, and I've always had problems with Jackson Hewitt.
Yeah.
Jackson Hewitt and
H&R Block.
Block is pretty
Yeah.
fucky too. That's why I do it myself too.
Yeah.
'Cause
But
even with kids and stuff, like you could still do yours on TurboTax pretty
well,
easy.
yeah, and then with Annette's business, and then if my Twitch channel and YouTube take off, there's shit there that's, tax, what is it? Tax
Yeah,
write-offs.
but then I wouldn't worry about it, and I would hire like a
That's what an
private.
accountant.
Yeah.
When you
That's
start
when you
doing the
get
more
like an
businessy stuff.
accountant or whatever,
Yeah, they
because
have
then they'll
pretty
handle
cheap
that for you.
accountant fees where it's like only a couple $100 per quarter, and you
That's
should be
not
paying
bad.
quarterly for the frickin' taxes anyway when you do your own business. So
Yeah.
Yeah. But right now, you could have been doing them through like TurboTax for right now, since all
See,
you do is
and
like.
we've done them through TurboTax. It's just we didn't want the headache, but I'm thinking we're just gonna start with the headache from now on. Cause yeah, that was some
better.
bullshit.
Yeah.
So what are we playing first? Well, I mean that's all Mike can play is Commander.
Yep.
You should get
Yeah,
some
I
regular
got
decks.
Nah, I like Commander too much.
I agree, kind of. Commander's actually pretty nice.
It brings a lot more balance to the game. I feel.
All right,
That's just me. I know you love classic Magic.
I do. But I still have my Commander deck. Don't worry, don't worry. Oh, you want to see what I got brand new?
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, cause I did a complete playthrough of the series of Tekken on Thursday night, and so I went to go play Tekken 4 because I have it on emulator. Doesn't work. Tekken 5 worked, and I have Tekken Tag the original. Didn't have Tekken Tag 2, and then I went to go try and play my PS3 for Tekken 6. Wasn't hooked up, and then I went to go eject GTA 5 from my PS4, and it wouldn't eject fully. So I was like, well, poo.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I just picked up that new Triangle strategy game.
What's that?
It's a new like Final Fantasy Tactics, but on the Switch.
Huh. Yeah,
It's all voiceover so far, so I've been like super shocked with it.
it's what?
Voiceover.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we have, for our Switch, we got Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Ultimate, and Lego game? I think.
That's the system I own the most games for right now is my Switch.
The most,
I think I have like 20, 25 games.
if you count emulator, the most games I have is on my PC.
Now, if you want to count emulator, I think my original Xbox, with its like 13,000 games on it.
2.
Oh yeah, I should bust out the fucking life pool.
You guys are not gonna like this deck.
What's that new one, right?
Yeah. It's
You
called
want me
the.
to do cut to see?
Oh, that's right. I forgot you had the spinner thing. Let's do that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Fine with me.
we've just been playing cut for so long. I forgot about it.
Yeah, we only used it once the last time, so.
No, but like
And
since Mike and I have started playing
and
Magic,
it says Tom goes first on this.
but since Mike and I have been playing Magic from the start, we've been doing cut.
Well, that's like the classic way to do it.
Yeah. You're not gonna like this deck, Tundra. 1 Soul Ring. You'll see the whole thing behind this deck in a minute.
I just hope I shuffled this one enough. This is my first time playing this deck. I've had it for a while, just haven't played it. Right. So, I'll go
Is that
next.
better?
What was the roll? Did it say what order?
Well, if we
Or it
want to
just
go with
said
the
Tom
rotation on
first.
the thing, it just said Tom first. go with the rotation on my thing, it'd be you next, Kurt.
Okay, we'll just do it that way. So I'll go real quick. Draw. I'll do Porttown, and I'll reveal Dutch Island so that it doesn't come into play touch.
The Island.
Yeah, Island. And that's it.
I need to go grab my counters again.
Your
This-
dice.
Yeah. Well, they're counters. They actually say +1/+1 on them. MtG.
Oh, nice.
I will play a swamp,
My turn?
and I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, look. City of Ass. 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 total. 1, 2, 3, 4. JMD Tomb. It's your turn, Kurt. Like I said, you're gonna see this whole concept of this deck here soon. If you can tell by the cards I'm using and their oldness, you'll understand it.
Looks mostly artifacts so far from what I can tell, so...
Well, when I found this deck, it was titled Extremely OP.
Tap 2 will play Arcane Signet. Go. This will be Mike's when he comes back.
Yep, it's your turn, Mike.
Alright, I'm back. Is it my shot next?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. What'd you guys do?
I played City of Ass and a JMD Tomb.
Yeah, I just did my island and then an Arcane Signet.
And that's just another mana rock, ain't it?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
I'll play Unclaimed Territory and choose vampires.
Okay.
And it is... Actually, with that, I can do that. Tap both of those. I'll play Cordial Vampire.
And what does that do?
Cordial Vampire. Another vampire dies. Put a +1 counter on each other vampire I control.
Sick. My turn?
Yep.
Planes? Alright. Black. 2, 3. The Abyss. Do you remember what that does?
No.
All players bury one target non-artifact creature under their control if they have any during their upkeep.
Okay, so we gotta sacrifice a creature every turn.
Every turn, if you have any. If you don't, then don't worry about it.
Okay.
Like I was telling Kurt, Mike, this deck is called Extremely OP. But if I had any of the other cards, I'd show you. But judging from the rarity of the way this card looks, how old this card looks, can you guess what set it's from?
That like Urza's Legacy or something?
No.
No.
This is one of the very first Magic tournament decks. Back in 94, 95, something like that.
Whose turn is it?
It's yours next, Kurt.
No, it's mine. Oops.
Pay the fuck attention.
Alright, I didn't hear him say go.
I did say go. Because I played the Abyss. Shit happens.
Yeah, I'm too busy talking.
Who's your commander, Mike?
He's the
My
vampire,
commander
right?
is Griffin.
He looks familiar. And is yours Jace, Kurt?
No, mine's Kotori.
Kotori, okay. I was guessing.
Jace is in this deck, but
As a planeswalker.
yeah, as a planeswalker, he's not my commander.
Yeah, I'll use my commander deck next. I just wanted to try this one out.
Oh, that's not a commander?
No, it's just a regular 60 card deck.
Vehicles don't count as creatures, do they?
No,
Until they're
not until they're
piloted.
activated. Yep.
Right.
But you can still use that one as your commander. The mech looking one.
Yeah. Yeah, but that would have to do that at the beginning of the duel
Yeah.
or the game or whatever. So actually, I will tap this. I won't do that. Then I'm good. I'm done.
I think it's yours, Mike. Yeah.
Yeah.
Creatures destroyed by your stupid effect.
The Abyss. Become one with the Abyss.
Yeah, your stupid effect. I play a mountain.
What's the other one do?
Which one?
The artifact will do.
This one? I pay 4 to draw a card.
This is enchantment.
The Abyss, yeah. It says enchant world, but it's an enchantment.
Yeah, there's no enchant worlds anymore.
No.
The old enchant world rule, I think, was you can only have one enchant world in play, period. If another one is played, it destroy previous ones.
Huh.
Because they were like a uber legendary.
But yeah, but they're not existent anymore, so now it's just an enchantment. And I can have 4 of them out.
I'd still check the FAQ on that, but they just don't make the card.
Is it my turn?
Oh, that card. Yeah, sure.
This is not helping. Alright, go ahead. Let me check that real quick, because I have another one in my hand.
It's my turn now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Planes.
I think the last time they made Enchant Worlds was 4th edition. Really old card type.
Bridge Hacker Mac.
You're really liking your vehicle deck, aren't you?
Yes, I do.
That's funny. I'm looking at MTG Wiki, and look what the picture of the card was that showed up first. Just
Yes. Oh my God. Your fucking card. No, it's your turn now.
Yep. Play a swamp.
Wow.
And it's not useful to play anything at this time.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay. Go, Kurt.
Obviously, I'm guessing with whatever that deck does, it doesn't have any. It probably doesn't really have any creatures in it.
It has creatures, kind of.
That would help if I'm the DH.
So it says from Glossaries of Comprehensive Rules, February 18th, 2022, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. World Rule. A state-based action that causes all permanents within the world supertype except the one that has the world supertype for the shortest amount of time are put into the owner's graveyards.
So only one enchant world.
So it's basically just like a legendary now.
Yeah, but it's not for that type. It's just anything with world in it.
Yeah.
So it's still the same rule as it was before.
It's still charging. That's all I care about.
Alright, okay.
You're done.
Yep. I just did my solemn simulacrum, which when it comes into play, I can search for basic length or for it in the playpath.
Put out a temple of the false god.
Did you sacrifice a creature, Kurt?
Not this turn.
You were supposed to. At your
Every
upkeep.
upkeep?
Yep, every upkeep.
I thought it was every of my upkeeps.
Oh, no.
Yeah, your upkeep.
Every upkeep of yours. Come on, stupid fucker.
Yeah, so I played the creature this turn.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Okay.
All players. No wait. What's it? All players bury.
One target non-artifact creature under their control, if they have any, during their upkeep. So every one of your upkeeps, you have to sacrifice a non-artifact creature.
Okay, well my creature's an artifact creature.
Both of them are?
Yep. One's the vehicle, which doesn't count until I activate it, and then one's the artifact creature.
Oh.
Yeah, your deck will not work against Kurt. So it's all up to you, Kurt.
Somewhat, yeah, but I
Until I can get a freaking destroy permanent. It's yours, Tom.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping for. Some kind of
Tundra.
return it or something for at least a turn. Because I can't really play. I can't play my pilot to help until then. But there's a few things I can play, but that's it. There's a lot that I actually can't play because of it. So,
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll draw a card. That doesn't help me either. Go.
if I would have known if it was artifact.
Still want to know what the fuck that noise is.
What noise?
It just, every now and then I'll be sitting down here and the house will just go. I think it's just settling.
Probably. Whose turn is it?
Yours.
Oh, sorry. Shit, I'm not listening.
You're not paying attention. Your focus needs more focus.
Actually does. Apparently, I keep fucking it up. This is the second turn in a row.
Yeah, maybe third.
Three.
What does that do?
Shimmer. It's an artifact creature. It has flash. Then I can cast artifact spells as though they had flash.
No. 2 blue.
Counter.
Counterspell.
Well, Tom takes 2.
That's it.
That's all I can do right now.
Okay.
First blood, finally.
Finally.
Well, you're selling the game, Tom.
I mean, I could speed it up if I wanted to. With this card. How about that old ass picture, Mike?
Disenchant.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw a card. That doesn't fucking help either. I'll just discard that. I discarded another Abyss if you can't tell.
What, you couldn't play it? Why didn't you just play it?
Because I can I only have one out at a time.
Yeah, never mind that. Just gonna...
I think that's my favorite thing of Commander is that you can only have one of each card in your deck.
Yeah.
So whose turn is it then? Mine?
Yours.
Foundry Inspector. Artifact spells like I cast off one west.
I'll do it this way. 1 white, swords to plowshares.
So what's the power of the creature you're blasting?
I don't know.
Which creature?
It says, yeah, which one?
The one
you
who-
just played?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a 3/2.
You get 3 life and it's removed from game.
Alright. There. Tom takes 2.
Cool.
More to Tom. Alright. You done then, Kurt?
Yep.
I will play a swamp.
Uh-oh. Run in fear.
So wait, I gained 3 life for that though?
Yes. It says target creature is removed from game entirely. Return to owner's deck only if when the game is over. Creature's controller gains life equal to the creature's power.
Yeah, it's an exile ability. Alright. I will play Stefan and the Bloodsworn Steed.
And I will swords to plowshare him too.
Which one?
Your commander.
My command?
Yeah.
Alright, I gain 3 health. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, actually he is 2 more health. Because he has 2 more power right now.
He's removed from game.
No, he's not. It's a commander.
I'm just going off what the card says.
Alright. And then that would be all then.
So commanders can't be exiled.
They go
Oh.
back to the command zone.
Yeah, anytime they're exiled, destroyed, or anything else,
Oh.
owning player can choose to have it go to the command zone instead.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So here, remember how I told you this deck was like a really, really, really old deck? Mock Sapphire.
These are all printed, aren't they? Or did you actually buy all these?
No, they're all printed. See? You can see the white. I wish that I had a real one. Holy shit.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to set that one off to the side now. Draw a card. Go ahead, Kurt. And I
Oh,
had
yeah,
6.
Have you used your City of Brass yet?
Oh, I've been taking a mana or life off every time I do.
What life are you at then? Because
32.
I've only... Okay, so 4 more off.
See? Look at my screen. This one right here is my health. Well, here. Let me do it this way.
Yeah, I got it on mine, so that's...
I want to choose a commander.
The aerial surveyor.
I wish that was my commander. But see, now you can't see it. Wish I can turn off commander.
Tap him and take 3 Tom.
Okay. I should be at 29.
Yep. Alright, you done then, Kurt?
Yep.
So it's that creature.
What's your strongest creature, Kurt?
A mountain.
2, well, it depends. I only have 1 official creature, which is a 2/2. But then the other 2 are vehicles, which is a 5/5 and a 3/4.
I'll disenchant your 2/2.
Okay. Is that just destroyed or exile?
It's just destroyed. Yeah. Well, it says target enchantment or artifact must be discarded.
Okay.
Told you these are really old versions of these cards.
Right. Nothing wrong with that. It'd be nice to have the originals, of course.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright. I will be tapping I'll keep this one up. Tap all the rest. I will play the Sanctum Seeker and a Midnight Arson.
Cool.
Arsonist. Let's see. What's the casting cost on your little book, Tom?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Alright. It doesn't hit you then. Damn. I was hoping I'd be able to hit you with my Arsonist.
Why? What does it do?
Destroys artifacts without mana abilities, so I was like, damn, it doesn't hit your artifacts I really want to hit. But...
Oh. Not like it, I mean, I have another one in my hand, if that counts.
Because you're cheating in the commander game.
How am I
Still
cheating?
Get rid of it, because you have more than 1 of each card.
Yeah.
The same game, technically.
But we okayed this.
I mean, mine should still,
I know,
mine
it
should
sounded
still
good.
Get rid of it, though.
Sounded good.
You can, you should still get rid of it.
I can't. It doesn't hit. You can't hit it right now. It's that high.
I have a Soul Ring and a Mock Sapphire.
Right. And that is it.
Underground Sea. Screw it. I'll draw a card. Alright, go Kurt.
Or I'll play Release to Memory, and I'll go with Tom.
What does that do?
Exile your graveyard. I don't think there's any creatures in it, so it doesn't. I can't do the secondary effect, right?
No,
Okay.
there isn't.
At least get rid of those cards, some of them.
done?
Yep.
My arsonist dies.
I mean, yeah, it's a counterspell, the abyss, swords to plowshares, and a disenchant. That's all that's in my graveyard.
And maybe if you can't get them back at least. That might help.
I mean,
Tom,
I can.
I'm
What?
attacking you for 3.
Summoning sickness.
I
No,
didn't
you
summon
played them
anything
both
this
last
turn.
time.
Oh. For
You
3?
played them both.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, and now I'm going to play Bloodlord Vagoths and Vampire Nighthawk.
Which one's the strongest?
Well, since you were dealt damage this turn, the Bloodlord is a 6/6 right now. And the
Whoa.
other one is a 5/6.
I'm gonna
Doesn't
counterspell
touch any
the
lightning.
6/6.
You want to counterspell the 6/6?
Yeah.
Well, then his effect didn't kick in there.
My turn.
You tap your mana for that, or did you play them as for some effect? Alright. Just saying.
Make sure we're on the up and up, huh, Kurt?
Yep.
Here's Tom.
I think Mike's getting irritated with this deck.
It's more of the fact that you have multiples of cards. That's more of the annoying thing.
Alright, well, here, how's this? I'll help us out. So you guys can get rid of me.
No, keep your stuff out. It's our thing to work through, man.
It's what?
It's our thing to work through.
Okay.
You know, we gotta see if we can get through it or not.
How many cards are in your hand, Mike?
2.
How many cards are in your hand, Kurt?
5.
Whoops. I forgot to have an effect trigger on my turn real quick, guys.
Do it. It's fine.
Kurt and Tom, you both lost 1 life because
Oh,
I had a
no.
vampire attack, and I gained 2 life.
So, Kurt,
Oh, I
you
gained
have
1 life, sorry.
I
5,
got 5.
and Mike has 2.
Yep.
Alright. Mike, I will mind twist you. Opponent must discard X cards at random from hand. If opponent doesn't have enough cards in hand, entire hand is discarded.
Okay.
You just
How
gotta
many
discard both of them?
Yeah,
Alright.
I paid the 2. So it's 1 black and 2 colorless. So... Alright. If my maths are correct, I'm going to regrowth my Mind Twist, and I'm going to hit you for 3, Kurt. So you got to discard 3 cards at random.
Thanks. I'll shuffle these up here. One, two, three.
Alright, good for me.
Alright, and then I took 3 damage too.
No.
Or
You just discard them. Now it's your turn, Kurt. And I'm tapped out. But just to make sure my math was good. So, black, 2 for Mike. Green, and 1 for the regrowth. Black, and 3 for the Mind Twist. Alright, yeah, my math was good. And yes, I did take the 2 damage. for using the City of Asses.
Hey, Kurt, what are you doing?
Thing I really can do. Rogue.
Cool.
When he enters the battlefield, I can do 2 colorless creature tokens, Proctor tokens.
Proctor?
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 No, Throt.
Oh, Thopter, like ornithopter. Okay.
Pretty much.
You should have a token for those.
Yeah, I don't have the card.
They should have came in the deck.
I threw them away.
Oops.
Really?
Yeah.
On accident or what?
No, I just don't really like token cards. Plus, it
Those
wouldn't,
are like
wouldn't
the
have
most
fit.
important thing now.
It wouldn't have fit in the deck box if I would have kept them all too. I would have only been able to keep like 1. So I probably should have kept 1, but well, it's too late for that. So.
Shit happens.
Yeah, pretty much.
Way to collect token cards now.
Right.
I need squirrel tokens and elf tokens. That's what I need.
Elves are really easy to get. Squirrel, not so much since those are only unglued.
Right.
I have a normal squirrel deck.
I can tap and tap and hit Tom for 5.
Cool.
You done?
Yep.
That's good dice. Tap.
That almost looks like Ascended Evancar. Almost. Your one creature?
What, the mech?
No, Mike's one creature. Not his commander, but the other one.
The Sanctum Seeker?
Yeah, he almost looks... Just the picture almost looks like Ascended Evancar.
And then... Not a big fan of these cards, but tap 2.
What cards?
The whole pay life to draw cards.
Oh.
I'll enchant Underworld connections onto that land.
It's like a tutor, basically.
And I'll tap it to lose a life to draw a card.
Yeah, it's a tutor. Almost. No, not a tutor. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
Alright. And then my Sanctum Seeker will attack.
How much?
Alright. It does 3 damage to you. And then whenever a Vampire Mind Control attacks, each opponent loses 1 life. So both of you lose 1 from that trigger, and I gain 1 life.
Cool.
And at the end of my turn, I get a blood token in play
Cool.
for each opponent of mine that took damage. So I actually got 2.
So what do the blood tokens do?
Tap 1, tap it, discard a card, sacrifice this artifact to draw a card.
Kind of like the clue? No. Food? No, food does health. Treasure, I think, does card. Or you draw a card.
I think so.
I'll play an Underground Sea. 2. 3, 4, and I'll draw a card. Ooh, Mox Pearl. Like I said, I wish I had real cards. The real cards of these.
The OG dual lands are by far some of the best lands out there.
These, the Underground Seas, Tundras.
Yeah, I still have a couple
1,
of
2,
those. They're in my freaking
3.
sliver deck.
4. Draw another card. And I've already played a land this turn. Go ahead, Kurt. I could see how this deck was powerful back in the day. Because
Really strong in all truthfulness. You just need a little bit offensive capability.
Well, I have Mishra's factories. I'm just not drawing them. The ones that can turn into 2/2 creatures. But I think this is meant as a control deck, and going against more than one opponent, it's not gonna do very good. But I wanted to try it out.
You draw the target of 2 different players.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a cool deck overall. Now that's a symbol you haven't seen in a long time, huh, Mike?
All I see is blur.
Come on, stupid card. It's the sword.
Of the Arabian Nights.
Yeah. I think that one was tapped.
I can recognize most of the older emblems. The newer ones, I'm like, what the fuck sits that?
Right? Like, what's this one?
Super blur. Come on. I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah, see, from these are gonna go in my commander deck. I realized I have real cards of them. So when we play next, once I draw them, I'm gonna switch them out. You can't, not allowed. It's got my last name. I counter it. It sounded good, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Well, at least that's the only one in my deck, so I don't gotta worry about another one.
Sweet.
And her effect is, whenever I cast an artifact spell, I can pay 1. If I do, I create a 1/1 colorless mirror artifact creature token.
Mirror or mirror? MYR?
MYR.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm understanding you correctly.
No problem. MYR, so then I play the Prodigy's prototype and I'll pay the 1 so that I get the token.
Is that the mech?
No,
Oh.
I haven't drawn the mech.
Lost the pilot, right?
What, Mike?
I was talking to Kurt. You lost your pilot.
No. I haven't even played her yet.
Oh, I thought
Is
you
that
had a
at this-
pilot token, or is it just Thopter tokens?
Just the Thopter tokens.
Okay.
So how much damage am I taking?
Let's see, so it'll be 1, 2, so be 3. I get that one. That one. 11.
Damn, so close, Kurt. So close.
That's all I can do.
Alright, and then you're done?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mike's gonna kill me this round. Or this turn.
Yeah, that's my
Probably.
goal.
And then I'm gonna lose to Mike, probably.
Nah, you got the dominant. You got the dominance, Kurt.
What?
Alright, I'm gonna start picking up now. Cause yeah, I'm at 1 health.
Pay 1 health. Draw a card. Fucking hell. Of course that doesn't help me at all. So, alright. I'm gonna leave it to you, Kurt, because I know you're gonna trample over me. So I'm gonna have to attack you. I'm gonna play Charcoal Diamond first, though. And then I'm gonna attack you, Kurt, for 3/2 flying.
I got everything tapped, so I can't. So take 3 damage.
Yeah.
Wow, in 2 turns I would have had a Mishra's factory. The other 3 are at the bottom.
And you're just throw 1 creature at. Then it's Tom's turn, technically.
I picked up because I thought Mike was gonna kill me.
I had to prolong it a little bit just to make Kurt
Oh.
I guess, but yeah, I mean, I was planning on doing it anyway, so.
Well,
I
it's one of
guess.
those, you attack Tom with one guy and then me with everything else, and it's like, that's pretty much it.
I only had
And then,
1 point. Mikey could have killed me.
I know, but it was better to attack Kurt. Because Kurt's gonna hit me with everything, and he has no restriction now on after that, because he's gonna have one creature hit you.
So, do you see the process behind this deck now? These 9 cards? Mike?
So,
It's the power 9.
Yeah, it's definitely a control deck.
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to try it out. It's cool. It's a cool deck. But yeah, back in the day, I could see why it was OP.
I think in even current Legacy format, all the Moxes and stuff are restricted right now.
Are they really?
Yeah, all the Moxes and Lotus are restricted.
Wow.
There's only a couple cards banned in it besides the normal bullshit bans. You know, like anti and all that shit. There's not a lot
Fuck Auntie.
restricted or banned in Legacy. Alright, so
tap these two, so that'd be that one. And then, so I get that one, so I get one more of these guys. So I can do those two. For 6, that one counts. So,
yeah, forgot to gain a blood token. One creature at Tom and the rest at me. So what am I taking?
yeah, Tom would have took 2 and you would take 11.
11.
Yeah.
Alright. You done?
Yep.
Alright. Land. Tap tap these. Alright. Tap that and those 3. And one more. Oh, that's there. I'll play Necropolis Regent. Whenever a creature I control deals damage to a player, put that many 1/1 counters on it. Actually, hold on. I'm not gonna play that right there. My bad. Gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna do Underworld Connections first. Pay life to draw a card. Alright. Since I'm fucking stupid and I couldn't think to do it right, I am going to do, attack with Stefan at you for 3. He's a 3/2 flyer. And whenever he attacks, I may sacrifice 2 blood tokens, which I'm going to sacrifice 2 blood tokens. And I can put a creature into play attacking, and it's indestructible. And I'm doing the Necropolis Regent that way.
So how much more damage?
Well, that puts it at a 6/5 coming at you and a 3/2. And they're both flying.
So 9.
Yeah, that'd be 9 damage coming at you.
What does scry mean again?
3.
Look at the top card of your deck.
And
Usually,
you can either put it back on the top or bottom.
Okay.
So you scry however many it says, and then you can choose to either put it back on the top or the bottom. In any order, too. That's the thing with it. You can actually put them in any order.
Counters, and that one gets 3 counters on it.
Done?
Right at the, no, not yet. And then I'm gonna tap 3. 1, put out MtG's Ravager. It must attack each turn, and whenever it attacks, I discard my hand and then draw that many cards.
Okay.
And then I get a blood token into play because you took damage this turn. Alright. It's all yours. Now it's a matter of who will kill who first right now.
What are you guys at?
Kurt's at 29, and I'm at 33.
I forgot my effect. Crap, I should have took 2 less damage too.
Oh, from what?
My planeswalker, I used his effect until my next turn. Whenever a creature in front of control attacks, it gets -1, -0.
So you have 2 more health.
So I'm at 30, so 31. Yeah, so I have 2 more health.
Alright,
I'll
so
activate that effect again.
I will lower the counters they got because it's based off of how much damage
How much
they
damage
dealt.
they do. Okay. Yeah, I'll activate that effect again just make sure so that I can get
And that's his plus ability or minus
That's
ability?
his plus ability.
Oh, that's pretty strong plus ability.
Yeah, his minus is I can reveal the top 3 cards, and then the opponent separates them into 2 piles and put 1 pile in my hand and the other bottom 11. So that's kind of interesting.
That's a cool little draw effect.
Do 3 so I can get my Kotori Pilot Prodigy into play. So, let me see. So I can tap these 2 for... They count as... So that gives me 6. Okay, so that would be...
What's your biggest thing on the ground that's coming at me?
5/5.
Do you have anything that has 3 health that's coming at me or no?
Yeah, I got a 2/1, a 3/4, a 3/4.
Alright, guys, entertain the masses. I'm going to be right back.
1, I'll block, kill.
Which one?
I'll block and kill that. I'll go for a kill. Alright. So that's his block. Alright. And then how much else am I taking?
Alright, so it'd be 11, 12, 13.
13? Alright.
Yeah.
Alright. Down to 20. And then it's my turn?
Yep.
Untap. Draw my card. Of course, it's another one. And I will lose a life through contracts. Draw a card. Fucking piece of shit. Put out a soul ring because why not? Alright. And then I have... This is their power level before your minus thing, just so you can track it. I got an 11-10 coming at you. 5-4 coming at you. Those both have flying. And then 3-3. Or, yeah, 3-3. And whenever he attacks, I discard my hand, which I have no hand, and draw 3 cards. And that's during the declare attack stepper.
You said there's one that's a 3-3?
Yep.
Okay, I can block that one with the 2-4.
Alright.
So, then what's the other two?
The other 2 are flyers, and one's 11-10, and the other is 5-4.
So, that'd be 16 damage.
With your minus effect out, then it'll drop 2 points. So,
So, 14 damage.
14.
Alright, so that'll take me down to 22.
I got you at 17 right there. Alright, good night.
Okay, done after that.
No, then I have a handful of cards and I want to see what I can do with these. Since I just got a bunch of cards from his attack. Alright, let's see. Alright, so that's actually going to be kind of useful maybe. Let's see, I'll tap that, and that. And it will do Sinister Waltz. Choose 3 target creature cards in your graveyard. Return 2 of them at random to the battlefield and put the other at the bottom of my library.
Hold on, I'm gonna counter that.
Ah, countering my waltz, huh?
5. Yep, access denied.
And it's just a plain counter spell?
Counter target spell, create X 1/1 Thropter creature tokens with flying, where X is the spell's mana value. So how
that's
much does it
5.
cost? So 5? Alright, so then give me 7.
And then I will tap my Arcane Signet to put out a... Or not Arcane Signet, Soul Ring to play an Arcane Signet. Which, that's not tapped yet. Popping my waltz. Jeez. Act like you're scared of a waltz.
Well, I just didn't want you getting any more creatures yet. I don't think you have many, but either way.
And then I got one last effect to go through, which... Let's see, he dealt 9 damage to you, so he gets 9 more counters. I will just bump that to 2 and that to 6. And he gets 4 more counters then, which puts him up to 6. Alright. And you blocked him with your other guy, so.
Yeah.
Alright. So that is yours then. Oh yeah, and I gain 1 token for what it's worth.
Right.
This is the turn you kill me.
How much life do you got left?
19. I threw everything at you I could.
Actually, shit. Actually, I can.
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of figured you'd be able to.
Yeah, because I could tap those 3 for 6. So yeah, 19.
Oh, with all those new little 1/1s?
Yeah, with the new little 1/1s.
Yeah.
Since I created them, it gave me just enough. I could do 19 damage.
Alright, I will pay 1 and sacrifice a blood token and discard that card to draw a card. See if I can do anything with it.
Well, how do you sacrifice life? You're already at 19, aren't you?
No, it wasn't life. Sacrifice blood token.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, I'll do it again. This says to see if I can get something that can stop this. And one last one. It's the only thing I can try to do. Of course, keep drawing land. I was wondering where all my fucking, like, super lands were. Yeah, if you wouldn't have killed me, I had you the next turn, so.
Yeah, you did. That's what I'm saying. Either I had to do it or you did.
Yeah, I had 2019 coming at you, flying, and a 9/8 flying.
Well, I would have destroyed one of them if I would have had to. I could have did that, but that was it. But it would have kind of screwed me over too, so I didn't really want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I could have played my Cataclysmic Gearhulk, so
Yeah.
when he comes into play, each player chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker from amongst the non-land permanents they control, and then sacrifices the rest. So it would have left you with one creature. And obviously you still would have chose the 2020.
Yeah.
And so I would have survived one more turn after that.
Alright. I will be hitting the bathroom, and I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna choose which one I'm going with next. And figure out whatever the hell happened to Tom too. Yeah, fucking love that pilot deck, guys. That shit's awesome.
What?
Nothing.
Talking shit?
Always, Tom.
Love you too.
You know it.
Alright, I'm ready for the next game.
I'm getting ready. I'm choosing the deck. I barely know it.
I heard. Yeah. Oh, I know he had like a 2019 and shit.
Well, I would have survived that attack because I would have gotten rid of everything except for that one creature. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It would have screwed me over on my side probably.
Hmm.
If he would have played something else that could have done enough damage, then I still might have lost it. So, but yeah, I was able to do just enough damage to finish him off.
Nice. Very nice.
I think that's one of my favorite decks right now.
It is a badass deck, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So what's Mike doing?
He had to go to the bathroom.
That's where I went.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, he had to go too. So. I'm gonna want to do my elf deck this game. I want to try it out
Mm.
again.
I only have one commander deck, so
Yeah, I know. Are you gonna do your commander this time?
yeah. See,
Okay, well, I'll actually do my commander this time. And I'll save my elf deck for me.
because you guys were complaining. Oh, he's got more than one of the same card.
Well, that was mine. I'm just saying, I just kind of agreed with him because I kind of like that rule. It's, like, I like my traditional decks too, but,
Mm-hmm.
like, if you're going commander against non-commander, it's a little unfair there usually.
Not really. I lost.
Barely.
No, there was no barely about it.
I know, but if you would have drew the right card, then we would have been screwed too, though.
No, not necessarily.
What's that deck do?
It's a control deck, but it's meant for one-on-one only.
I see.
I mean, because it has all all the Power 9 cards in it, but don't mean shit if you're going against multiple players.
Well, what about that combo when you get it out? What was that about?
What combo?
Some combo. You said that you would have, like, drew in, like, a couple turns?
Hey, what's up?
Oh.
I'm
Some
back.
card.
Mishra's Factory, it's just a 2/2 creature that still counts as a land. I could make
So
it...
you wouldn't have had to sacrifice it, huh?
No.
I see.
Here.
I was gonna say I got to play my first game of the new Star Wars Legion. Have you played that or seen that at all?
Mm-mm. There you go, Kurt.
Is it like the card game?
No, it's a miniatures battle game.
Oh, he becomes a 2/2.
Keeper until end of turn.
Okay, and then since it's his end of turn, it'll be back full land.
Yep.
No, I haven't even heard of it.
It's pretty awesome.
So,
The army I have built up for it that I've been slowly working on, I gotta actually get it painted, but it's frickin' Darth Vader, 2 ATSTs, 2 squads of regular stormtroopers, and 1 squad of snow troopers.
so it's like Warhammer, but Star Wars.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's
Star
dope.
Wars.
What was the space one we always played? X-Wing or something like that?
Oh, the Star Wars ships?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was X-Wing.
That one was fun.
Yeah, I liked it for quite a while there, but I began to hate it towards the end.
Why? What happened?
They just got really shitty with the way they were releasing the game.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It was one of those where you had to go out of your way to buy the ships to get the upgrade cards, and the ships were like trash ships.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want that upgrade for your, cool ship that you like to fly, you have to buy this shitty ship. Or you could try to buy it on the third-party market, which is like $2 less than the cost of buying the ship yourself, and you get all the other cards that it comes with. So it's like I ended up with this collection of a ton of ships that I don't even like. I'm like,
Gotcha.
I stopped because of that.
Yeah, that's just greed right there.
Yeah. Alright, switching up decks. Are you actually going to run a commander deck this time, Tom?
Yeah,
No,
he's doing
I'm
this
not.
together.
I am.
Okay.
Just being a smartass.
Because you got your discard effect is what fucking made it so I couldn't beat freaking Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it messed him up. So,
Hey, Kurt, at least you finally won one.
Yeah, fine.
You won one. You've won almost every game I've been in.
Who,
I've
Kurt?
only won one. Yeah, Kurt always ends up winning. Because we always
Not when,
bomb and wipe me out afterwards.
Not when me and Tom just play, me and him. I've been losing pretty much.
No. After you got off mic, both Kurt and I were 2-2 at the end.
Oh, yeah.
The random thingy says Kurt goes first this time.
And I go last?
Yep.
Okay.
And that'll give me plenty of time to shuffle and see if I want to plug in and shit. Hopefully. So Kurt, take your time.
Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to because I actually don't have too much. I got a shitload of land.
You change your deck?
Yeah, I changed to my different commander. I'm gonna try it out.
I got so many decks.
I got all land. Does that count?
Pretty much, that's the same with me, pretty much.
Alright, let's see. What we
See?
got here.
All land. Is that Riley?
No, that's Lilum.
Oh,
She's our talkative one.
the one that's like, pet me but don't touch me. Pet me but don't touch me.
Alright, I think I got an okay draw. I don't know this deck well enough to know if the cards I got in my hand were actually that good, but
Yeah, that's the thing with me too. This one I haven't messed with either, so too sure. But Mike, I was gonna ask you, how much did you pay with the discount for the decks? Like, was it a good discount or was it only like $20 or something?
with the well, they have it fairly cheap anyway, but my discount isn't that high really, so it's only like a 2% or almost 2.5% discount off of what they have.
What's this place called?
It's cool stuff.
Oh, I know cool stuff.
Yeah, they're a good shop. Their prices are pretty much the same as Mini Mart.
You should check out Card Sphere.
You just bought them on like pre-order, and then
Yeah.
once they get them, they're just gonna ship them to you after that,
Yep.
after the release.
They usually ship them right on release day because they get them before.
Right.
Mike, have you ever checked or have heard of
The total.
The total for both was like 300.
What the fuck?
He makes it seem like pocket change.
Yeah, I'm like, how's that a discount? Like, what?
Well, that's 5 decks, which are $40 a piece normally.
And it's only $200.
$45.
Okay, that's
40 or $45. depending on the box.
220.
And then the booster box is normally I think they go for around like 120 to 115. How cat? Hi.
Okay, that's a little better.
I guess, yeah, that's like $50.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's like a
And I got a 2%
$50
discount on top of that because I've shopped with them a few times before and it built up my customer level.
Have you ever heard of Card Sphere, Mike?
No.
Yeah, I ran into them on Twitter. They buy, sell, trade magic cards too.
I use a bunch of different sites for the buying of magic cards and stuff separately,
Oh, okay.
and individuals and stuff like that. I use Card Kingdom sometimes, but there's a couple other ones I've been using lately too.
Yeah. I think it's your turn, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, I got it. I had a cat jump up on my lap and land with claws out.
Ouch. Gotta love Lilum, man.
Oh yeah, when she wants attention, she definitely lets you know.
And then she's like, don't touch me, after she lets you know she wants attention.
Right now, she wants touched. So that's not a big deal. They're not right. Alright, let's see. I will play Exotic Orchard.
Do I have that one in my hand? No, I don't. My turn?
Unfortunately, that is all I can do at this time. It's gonna be really slow rolling if this is the way things are going.
I'll do Grim Backwoods. Go.
You got one too? Alright, you done?
That'd have been funny if we all had one.
Okay. This is gonna be one of those fucking bad starts. Ugh. I'll put Cloud Expanse out. I'm gonna end up discarding next turn unless I
Or is Necrotic Expanse? Oh, is that just a land too?
Sky Cloud Expanse.
Oh, Sky Cloud. My bad. My turn?
Yep.
Orzhov Guildgate. Oh. Go.
That's an amazing card I drew, but unfortunately it did not help me on last turn.
3. Spirit Karn. Whenever a player discards a card, I can pay planes. If I do, I can create a 1/1 spirit creature with flying.
Cool.
Playing the same deck I am.
What's your...
Millicent?
No.
No? Oh.
No.
Maleficent? What? No.
No, she's the other vampire chick, right?
No, this is a spirit deck.
Oh, wait, yeah, the spirit. No, I'm not playing that one.
Oh yeah, it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. This actually helps me a little bit.
Wait, whose turn is this?
I'll do the more.
It's that one
land
person's.
haunt,
My turn?
which lets me see if I can do something with this. I can. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass playing with this. Let's try this one. Alright, I will play the Twilight Dover. Grover? Yeah, that's it. Whenever this creature token, or whenever a creature token leaves the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on him, and then it has pay 3, remove a 1/1 counter from him to create 2 1/1 tokens.
Okay. So it kind of just builds up.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very slow and clunky though. It's all yours, Tom.
Golgari Guildgate. Go.
Are you trying to wipe something off your desk?
Yeah, the sugar from these.
Oh. Oh yeah. I also started playing the Marvel Crisis Protocol.
And what is that?
It's a skirmish miniatures game with like all the different superheroes from Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And they just came out with a Juggernaut, and I just picked him up and built him the other day.
Let me see him. Oh, wait, he's in the front
It's
room.
weird.
God damn you.
Yeah, my lap now, so I really can't move. I'm paralyzed.
Yeah, you're gonna get claws in the crotch if you move.
Exactly. Do not move when a cat's on your lap.
And even when there's a fire, you're stuck. Unfortunately.
Wait, I love these card sleeves I got for this set.
That's a swamp, ain't it?
Yeah,
Those are dope.
they look up. Yeah.
Here, let me show you the ones I really want.
I just when we went to the board game convention the other day, we picked up a bunch of card sleeves. They had like card sleeves for $5 a fucking pack of 100. So we picked up like 8 packs.
Those are the sleeves I want.
Street Fighter set.
Oh,
Ryu,
yes,
yeah.
those.
I would
Yeah,
love some of those.
Those sleeves because the Secret Lair is doing a Street Fighter set, but the fucking cards are terrible.
What's the secret layer?
They do magic promos
Huh.
basically, and you can buy them from them.
Oh, okay. Oh, I remember seeing the Jury Han one.
They did like what was it? The one right before Street Fighter, I think was what the fuck is that? Stranger Things. They did
Nice.
a bunch of cards based around them, and then they've been doing a ton of promos. They also have a bunch of lands that are all Zodiac themed, but the artwork on them's really terrible, so I didn't like them.
Oh, gotcha. Are you done, Kurt?
Yeah, I said go.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, we were
That's
talking.
alright. Yeah, I was figured, but anyway.
we're entertaining the. Hey, It's just for content, right, Mike?
Yeah, pretty much. I get it.
Oh, no cat.
Hi, cat.
Hi, cat.
Mike, get your
Okay.
pussy off the table. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Let's see what I can do with this mess here. If we can do another card real quick. Alright, we'll try it. See what happens. I will tap 3 and play Haunting Intimidation, or Imitation, sorry.
What does that do?
Each player reveals the top card of their library. For each creature card revealed this way, create a token that's a copy of that card, except for it's a 1/1 spirit.
You ain't getting no creatures from me.
So just one?
Yeah. Reveal your card. Mine is unfortunately not a creature.
Mine is a land.
So no. Okay, if no creatures are revealed, it goes back to my hand.
Oh.
Well, I'm never revealing a creature, right?
No creature deck again.
This is my only creature. Well, I mean, I have lands that like Crawling Barrens and Stirring Wildwood, but they're lands.
You'd gotten a new commander deck.
No, this is the same. The only one I have.
Alright. And then I will play the Azurus Chancery. When it comes into play, I return a land to my hand.
Cool.
And then I will attack Tom for 1.
Oh no. Why me?
And because you're a troll.
I'm over here minding my own business.
For now, but once you get that combo going, we're gonna be kind of screwed.
What combo? Roll Guild Gate. I can't cast it yet.
Yet.
I have
Not for the board yet.
the Grim Backwoods allows me to tap it for a colorless. Black or white, green or black, green or red. So I still have at least 2 more turns before I can even cast it once. No. 3 turns.
Whose turn is it?
Yours.
Oh, it's mine.
I played the Girl Guild Gate and said go.
Alright.
Yeah, we're all up in La La Land.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah, I also picked up, when I got Juggernaut, I picked up Gambit and Rogue.
Nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
my plan for that series, because I don't really care about the rest of Marvel, but I want to get all the X-Men and Brotherhood characters.
Come on, you gotta get Deadpool.
Only if he's part of the X-Men faction. Matt picked up Deadpool, though.
He is part of the X-Men.
No, I think he's X-Factor, but I'd have to double check.
Well, he was an X-Men in training in Deadpool 2.
Maybe.
But yeah,
Affiliation.
he is X Factor.
I really hope they put Nightcrawler in soon, because I have Mystique already, and Magneto and Toad.
Nice, but Nightcrawler's a good guy.
I know, but I want to have the family since
Oh,
I already have Rogue and Mystique. I just need
Toad is.
Nightcrawler, so all 3 of them.
I was gonna say, I didn't think Toad was related to him.
No. Nightcrawler and Rogue are brother and sister, and their mother is Mystique.
Yeah. Nightcrawler and Rogue, you said?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Jeez. And you call yourself an X-Men fan?
Kind of.
Yeah. Freaking, in that game, they have Dormammu in it too now.
Nice.
Not too long ago. Freaking huge ass model.
The final boss to Ultimate Marvel vs. Cap. No, never mind. I'm wrong. I don't think Dormammu's the final boss in Ultimate
That was
M.
the guy that Doctor Strange fought.
Mm-hmm. Because I know Dormammu was a character you could play. I don't think he was the final boss, though.
Yeah, he trolled the shit out of us.
Right.
Not
Right.
bad. Yeah.
What did you play?
I played my Cryptic Trilobite.
Uh-oh.
What the f does that do?
It's an XX. Cryptic Trilobite enters the battlefield with X11 counters on it. I paid 1 to play him.
So he has 1/1/1 counter on him?
Yeah, he's a 1/1. And I can remove a 1/1 counter from him to add 2 colorless mana. I can only spend that mana on abilities, though. And I can pay 1 and tap him to put a 1/1 counter on him.
I will draw my card.
Oh. So in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Galactus is the final boss.
Galactus?
Yeah. I couldn't remember who it was. I thought it was Dormammu, but Dormammu is an actual playable character.
That seems kind of backwards because you would think Dormammu's more powerful than...
Yeah, see, there's the video of somebody fighting him.
Yeah, you would think Dormammu more powerful than
I'll play
World Eater.
again.
The only World Eater is Omnicron. Right, Mike?
Or Unicron?
Unicron, that's it.
Yeah. I love the original stuff so much. I really want to get the old, like one of the compilations of the old comics and read them.
Right.
One of my buddies let me read a couple of them, and they were so awesome.
Oh, I bet. Like the old school movie?
Yeah. I fucking hate almost everything out of the new shit, though. It's
Mhm.
fucking terrible.
See, you know what's funny?
The live actions, they were fucking rancid.
Yeah. You know how on the Street Fighter 2 movie I have, it's the for mature audiences only one?
Oh, the Capcom one that
Yeah.
they did?
The one that
was awesome.
you got me into?
Yeah.
So on YouTube,
Soundtrack?
on YouTube they have the uncensored version. I thought the one I had was the uncensored version, but apparently not.
Yeah, you would think so, but what's the difference?
Well,
Able
in
to tell.
yeah, there's one major difference. In mine, in the Chun-Li shower scene, you don't see anything. In the uncensored one, you see everything.
Wow, so they actually show what Chun-Li looks like?
Like you see boobies and nipples and all that, but not in the one I have.
So the mature one just has like, it shows like the blood and stuff then.
But like you still see the shower scene, but everything's covered in mist or steam.
Seems a little backwards,
Right.
really.
Mm-hmm.
I will tap all 5 mana worth of cards and play Timon, Youthful Geist.
Okay, what's he do?
Flying 3/4. At the beginning of each combat, tap up to 1 target creature.
Cool.
At the beginning of each player's combat step. So,
My turn.
I'll start my combat step. Kurt, tap your Trilobite. Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Right. And then Tom, take 1. I can't get through him. He still has freaking another creature there.
doesn't have flying, so.
Neither does my one little walkie spirit right now. The other
Oh,
one does.
not yet. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm attacking him with my drover. He's a 1/1.
So what's your strongest, Mike?
3/4.
Okay, so I played this. It comes into play tapped. Black, black, 1, 2. I'm gonna play Hagra's Mauling. And I'm pretty sure you guys control basic lands, so destroy target creature, and I'll hit the one you just cast.
Oh, you're killing my little guy that taps things?
The 3/4.
Yeah.
Well, stop attacking me. I'm not doing nothing to you.
I'm gonna attack you more. I was gonna get through Kurt, but never mind.
Well, you're the only one that's done damage to me.
Well, I had to attack you because I couldn't get through Kurt. He had another critter that could kill my little guy.
Still, you were attacking me. That was rude and uncalled for. Just kidding. Go ahead, Kurt. I see your card, Mike. You're a planeswalker.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck he is.
I can't tell who it is. I could just see the basic outline of the card.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird. I don't think he fits this deck, and it came with the deck, so it's like,
The fuck?
yeah, it's like it makes Thopters, and it's like it's a spirit deck.
Right?
Well, I guess technically the Drover, his first ability procs off of any token, so I guess that kind of works, but still.
Huh. What is your land on the far right, Mike?
This one?
Yeah.
That's the Azurus Chancery.
Oh, okay. It almost looks like the Temple of the False God.
No,
Almost.
that was the other deck. It looks like a chapel or temple or chapel type thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Kurt's pulling out some shenanigans.
See, look, I'm protecting your temple.
Lands are permanents, right?
Yes. Everything in play is a permanent. Like, out here, not in your graveyard.
So would that effect work to get back a land?
What?
Whenever Sun Titan enters the battlefield or attacks, I may return target permanent card with converted mana cost 3 or less from my graveyard to the
Mana
battlefield.
type of mana cost.
No, that would have to be like an artifact or creature or...
It would have to have a mana cost on it,
Yeah.
at least. Okay.
It'd have to be like an artifact or a creature or an enchantment. Couldn't be a sorcery or instant either.
Okay. Alright, so that was that then. Great Haven.
What's that?
It's an enchantment. Whenever I cycle or discard a card, I can pay colorless. If I do, I create a 2/2 blue great creature token with flying.
Cool.
So do you have any flying?
Who?
Not right now. Tom killed it.
I ain't got shit. Except for 5 land.
Tom will take 2, Mike will take 2.
We both take 2?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. You done?
Yep.
Let's land.
So what are you doing, Mike?
I'm trying to decide between, like, because my hand is not that good, and it's just like, yuck.
Well, if that helps, any my hand is all lands.
That. I'll play Field of Souls. Whenever a creature of mine is put into the graveyard, I get a 1/1 spirit token with flying.
Is it enchantment?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna hit me for 1?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I think Kurt's gonna win this one because I can't get through him, and you destroyed my only thing that could have started doing something, maybe.
Command tower. White,
It's going pretty slow too.
black, green, blue, red, Child of Alara. Go.
My turn, right?
Yep.
Yeah, my shit. Does child have flying?
No, it's just 6/6 trample.
Bellfire Phoenix. Into Resource Signet. And Enchantments. Has anybody discarded a card?
I've played Hagra's Mauling.
I haven't
He
discarded.
hasn't discarded. Okay.
No.
I'll tap that and tap this guy to give him another token. That's not, that doesn't count, so no.
Hey, Chop Suey, thanks for stopping by, and good night to you as well. I'm glad you're doing good after the surgery.
So Mike will take 10.
Hit me for 10.
Ouch.
See how he is?
Yeah? Because he doesn't want...
He's got that 6/6 out. I don't want to kill it.
No, he don't want me to crack it and everybody dies.
My turn.
Actually, Chop, I'll be working tomorrow, and then I'll be working Thursday night, but then I'll be streaming Saturday and Sunday.
This, and you get a soul ring out. Not really helping me too much.
Which Saturday and Sunday, Chop will not be Magic.
this, this, that, and I'll only use the blue out of it. And I will play Breath of the Sleepless. I can cast spirit spells as if they had flash, and if I cast them on other people's turns, I tap creatures.
So if you play them on our turns, you can tap our creatures.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'll tap that. And I will play Hunting Intimidation or Imitation again. Reveal to see if there's any creatures. No creature.
No creature.
And Kurt. Reveal the top card.
Oh, sorry. I was. What does it do? It's a land.
The land, nothing. Goes back to my hand.
Are you done, Mike?
It was the only thing I could do, so I was like, yeah, might as well do it.
Alright. Might as well. Doesn't hurt. Alright, draw my one.
And if that happens, I actually get a fucking creature out, and then the spell's cast.
Temple of the False God. Black, green, 2. Tap this. I'll sacrifice my Child of Alara. Which, Commander Zone's over here for right now. All your creatures are dead.
The creatures.
All your creatures are dead.
And I get a spirit into play.
And then play the land. It's your turn, go. Mike, you just have a bunch of 0/1 critters, huh? 1/1s? Alright. Hey.
I know you're afraid of them.
Yep, I'm scared of spurts.
Oh, he just created those?
After I cracked Alara, the child. I had to sacrifice the child. As much as I don't like sacrificing children,
Liar.
I had to draw a card. Well, this is the only game I will only time I will ever sacrifice children is in this game. So what are you doing, Kurt?
Looking up tokens.
Oh, okay.
I'm just thinking about it, and I shouldn't have gotten rid of the other ones. And trying to see what the.
Get it.
I gotta wait till I get paid, but I'm gonna get it.
Oh, but it's your turn.
Is it?
Yeah.
Shit.
I cracked the child and said go.
That was it.
I don't remember. There's got to be something in here that allows me to play more than one land a turn.
Got one. Cycle the Forgotten Cave. I'll discard it so I can draw a card. 1, 2. Isnet Signet.
Wait, you done?
Kurt.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Nice.
Gabby Nest Warden.
Anything happen when it comes into play?
No.
Okay. What about when it leaves?
Yeah, I just want like a. No. It's only for her effect just has if I discard.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so yeah, that's it.
Yep. Draw. just comes into play tapped because that's what stupid Prairie Stream does for me.
Oh,
Stupid thing. Alright. And then I will tap 1, 2, 3 for 4 mana and put out the Ethereal Investigator. When it enters play, I get X clue tokens, which is equal to the number of opponents I have.
so you get 2 clue tokens?
Yep.
Cool. My turn?
No. And its secondary effect is whenever I draw my second card each turn, I get a 1/1 spirit creature token into play.
Cool.
I am going to tap 2, sack one of these, which allows me to draw a card,
It
which
gives you a 0/1 spirit? Or a 1/1?
Flying spirit, yeah.
Cool.
Alright, and that is those. And then, hey Kurt, you have flying or not?
No.
No? Take one.
Okay. Yeah, I found some tokens that I'm gonna get. That way I'll have tokens next to it. Because I'm looking at this deck along with the other one. A lot of these commander decks actually use these fucking token cards a lot, so.
Yeah, that's why they come with them.
Yeah, I figured, but. So that was my bad, but I'm gonna get some more.
Maze's End. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Child of Alara.
Alright,
Right? It's 2 more, right? Or is it 1 more?
2 more.
And it's 2 every time you cast it after, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would be 7 this time.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's your turn, Mike. Or, sorry, Kurt. It's your turn.
I was gonna say it's mine already, Kurt, but
Right?
Probably going to, because I only have one card in my hand, and it was a land, so
I'll give you some. It's all land.
I know, geez,
yeah. Draw. I'll play a plains. That's awesome. Alright, I will tap this, that, and I'll use one of the mana so we can tap that to get my other blue. Alright. And then I'll play Reconnaissance Mission. Whenever a creature I control deals combat damage to a player, I may draw a card.
Cool.
oh, nice.
Yep. Alright. And then I will tap
Excuse me.
2. Attack my clue to draw a card.
Get a spirit.
Draw spirit.
If the spirit tokens will cooperate.
Exactly.
And then hit me or Kurt with a little 1/1 flyer, make another spirit, and draw another card.
Should we, let's see.
Or you attack us, draw a card, then make a spirit. That's how it goes.
I was just reading the card I drew, so it's like, oh, nifty. Alright, so
Which one was the draw card one?
The blue one in the middle.
Oh,
Or no, sorry. It's the infiltrator whenever it does the infiltration mission.
reconnaissance mission.
Reconnaissance, that's it. Whenever he attacks, he gets to draw a card. And then when he draws any card after his first one,
And since Kurt is in the lead with health, I'm gonna hit him for 4.
ouch. All
So
flying?
that's 3 creatures. Yep, it's all flying.
okay. So
And draw 3 cards.
And you make 3 more spirits. Right?
Yeah.
No,
Isn't that what that
He
blue
only
creature
gets to
does?
draw 1.
no, that was when I draw the second card each turn.
Oh, okay. Not just the second card, nothing after that. Okay. Are you done then?
Or the same health.
We're all the same health?
No, I'm fucking way lower.
I'm at 35.
Yep,
I'm at
you.
35.
Yep, I'm at 28.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, Kurt hit me hard, and then you destroyed all his shit.
Okay, I'm going to play Dimmer Guildgate as my land. And then I'm going to... 1, 2, 3. Tap this, return mazes into my hand. Search my library for a gate card, put it into the battlefield. Then shuffle your library. I'll read the other part when I get to it.
Yeah, I should probably cast my commander. I always forget about it. Sometimes. Oh, that's why I haven't.
You gonna be done after that, or you gonna do something else?
Rakdos Guildgate, which comes into play tapped.
Ability on them. That's why I'm an idiot. No wonder I felt like this is moving slow.
So, black, green, 2. I'll sack the Child of Alara again to wipe the board, and I'll draw a card.
Spirit back into play.
2, 3,
Because I only had 1
5, 6,
non-token.
7, 8. Actually, no, I won't discard that one. I'll discard basic. Now it's your turn, Kurt.
Draw. And I'll play Is It Loyal Warlord, so I'll return the island to my hand. And I'm done.
How many lands do you have, Kurt?
2.
I'm just curious.
Non-basic count 2, right? So 1, 2, I got 7.
7? Okay.
I see 6. Oh, it was hiding under active camo.
Yep.
I have 9.
Play Path's Vance Testery.
Nice. I have that card too, I think.
Oh, and comes in play tapped. Stupid thing. Alright, let's see.
This commander deck does not do good against Toms, that's for sure.
What is it? Is yours a lot of creatures or what?
Tokens.
Oh, so is Mike's.
Yeah, mine works similar, so yeah, it's
I'll
kind of
put
the same.
Tobin Grand Arbiter into play, my Planeswalker.
Okay.
And then I'll use his thing, gain loyalty. Until end of turn, whenever creature deals damage to a player, I gain a loyalty counter for him.
Cool.
So you can get like 2 a turn or something?
Whenever a creature does, so however
So you
many
can get
creatures.
more than that.
Yeah.
Are you done, Mike?
No.
You're gonna hit me for 1 and draw a card?
How many lands do you have, Tom?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So that's at least useful to do. Okay.
Are you gonna destroy my lands?
No.
Okay, good.
Feast of the Blessed Graph. I create X spirit tokens at the beginning of the end step of my turn, which it's the number of opponents that have more land than me
So you get 1 spirit.
right now. Yep, unless I keep drawing land.
And you have how many, Mike? 9?
No, I only have 8 right now because I just played 1 this turn.
You still have... No. Looks like you have 9 down there.
No, I have Soul Ring.
Oh, got you. I should have looked at that.
It's just the mana line.
Mana Rock.
You know?
Is it my turn?
No, and I got it.
Well, I'm just untapping everything.
I will do this one. That. 3, 4. I'll do Spectral Shepherd. It's a 2/2.
A 2/2?
And I will attack you, Tom, for
1.
1.
To draw a card.
And I draw a card. He gains a loyalty. Alright. And I think that is unfortunately all I can do at this moment. I should have waited to do that. Oh. It's all yours.
Okay, all I did was untap everything. I was waiting for you to finish. Draw my 1. I'll play Maze's End again. Maze's End. White, black, green, red, blue. 4, right? So it'd be 9 now. 9 total to play. Right? For my...
If it's 5, it'll be 2 deaths. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 7 before, so yeah, it'll be 9 now.
Okay, so 9, Child of Alara. Go ahead, Kurt.
Temple of the False God.
You copycat.
I forgot to put my spirit in play.
See, Kurt? I got one too.
Oh, you got one too? Nice.
That's how I was able to cast her second time.
You're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Untap. All of the shit. I wish more of these did the same thing so I could just stack them on top of each other, but like almost every one of these does a different fucking thing.
Yeah.
Alright. Draw. Alright, so let's see.
You can't use those
What?
relic tokens.
Where's the relic token?
It's a card they came up with that are like token cards, but they're like plastic.
Let me see.
And they have like dials on them that you can change like the numbers.
Oh, kind of like your life counter?
Yeah, basically, but it's like for creatures. You can use them as tokens.
Nice.
To keep, you can. It's got a dial on the top of it to keep track of how many you have,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got 2 dials on the bottom to keep track of the strength and toughness.
Sick.
Yeah, they look fucking awesome.
Show us.
They're like a.
Yeah, like I'm looking on my laptop. I can't.
Yeah, I am actually. They're on the laptop.
I'm gonna tap that and play a marble diamond.
My phone's being a pain in the ass right now, so unload.
Were you playing Xbox or what, Kurt?
Earlier, yeah, I was playing some Fortnite.
You play Fortnite?
Yep, I played Fortnite.
How good are you? Yeah.
I like playing it.
There's one time.
I get a win every once in a while.
Yeah, there's one time. Jess and I were playing, and we actually got a victory royale. And I don't even play the damn game, except when he wants me to.
I will do the +1 loyalty thing on him, which all my creatures generate more loyalty for him whenever they damage a player. And let's see. I'll attack you, Tom.
Are they all flying?
Yep.
How much?
Wait, the cleric's not, so he's not attacking. So
How
that's
much?
it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam! Take that, Tom. Oh,
Ouch.
that's a lot of damage.
That's a paper cut. Oh.
Alright, so that's 3 that attack, so he gains 3 more loyalty. Yay!
Alright. I'll play.
9.
Yeah. Stirring Wildwood comes into play tapped. And then I'll pay 2, 3. I'll tap this to return mazes into my library. Search my library for a gate card. Put it into play, and then it'd be your turn, Kurt.
Let me draw. See what I get. Yay!
I chose Boros Guildgate, but Mike,
I forgot to throw.
see,
first.
I have one too. Exotic Orchard.
Oh, sweet.
That's the one you played first, right? I think that was the one you played first, where you both played the same land.
And what do you do, Kurt?
Okay, fine, Mike, ignore me. Oh, was the Exotic Orchard the first one you played?
Yeah, that was my first land.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't.
played mine later. I played mine the next turn, so I kind of copied it.
Yeah, I didn't catch you here. I didn't hear you say yeah. My bad.
Yeah, but I'm done.
Okay, at the end of your turn, I'm going to cast a spirit spell as though it had flash, but my commander is a spirit spell. Which, 2, 3, 4. For 4 less, because it's 1 less for each spirit I control. So, I just need, what is that? 3? 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to 1, 2. One short to do what I want with that other one. I will hold off on it, but I got my commander out, so that's all that really matters. Alright, and then it's my
Oh,
turn
because
now.
your commander's a spirit, huh?
Yeah.
And you can play spirits as if they had flash. I got you.
Untap. Draw a card. How many lands do you have now, Kurt?
8,
1, 2, 3, 4,
9.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9.
Alright. I need more mana. So this is terrible. I need you to get, like, drop 2 lands somehow and get above me.
I'm dropping every other turn. I'm dropping 2 lands.
Let's see what I can do here. Could have drawn way more cards. Anyway. And you know, let's see. I think I'll crunk Tom again one more time. But I'll use his ability first, or yeah, I'll do his ability first. Put him up to. Where's the damn number? Oh, there it is. So he has 10 counters now, and now every time a creature attacks and deals combat damage to an opponent, he gains more loyalty. We have a
Yay!
bunch of creatures. Yay!
My turn? Or no? Are you attacking?
Yes. I'm going
Well,
to
before you announce your attack, I'm gonna pay.
at the beginning.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay 2 colorless, black or green. Tap this, crack her to draw a card, and all your creatures die.
And that's a fast effect.
It's a land ability. If it'll cooperate.
Barely.
Come on, you stupid fucking camera. There you go. Sacrifice a creature to draw a card.
And 5 cents. I return those 3 to my hand.
And you're gonna play them all again.
That's no biggie. And then 1, 2. Since I can do flash, 3. And we'll put that one back out.
And you do get us another spirit token.
That other one.
Would that kill your Planeswalker too, or no?
Oh wait. That did kill.
He is a creature. Yeah, I was gonna say he is a creature.
He is a permanent.
I put him back into my hand.
Your Planeswalker?
Oh, my planeswalker is not a creature.
It's a permanent. It says destroy all non-land permanents.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. I thought it was just creatures is what that thing destroys.
Almost.
So that would have changed a lot of things.
Yeah.
There you go.
All land permanents, they can't be regenerated.
All land permanent, so that kills enchantments too.
Yeah.
And your artifacts too, Kurt.
Oh wait, yeah. So they've been gone. Holy crap.
Yeah. My bad. I should have clarified that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all these have been gone.
Yeah, I will sick tray after stream.
Yeah, you said destroy creatures, so I didn't.
My bad. I should have clarified a little better.
Yeah, that threw me off too. That's why I didn't.
So that was for bring those 2 back to my hand, and then I can. And then I will do the Spectral Shepherd back into play. Okay, so, yeah, I have to check that. That's all I can do right now. Alright, and then it's yours then, Tom.
Alright. I'll untap everything. Draw my 1. I'll play Maze's End again. One of each. 2, 4, 6. I'll play Child of Alara again. Let's get my lands out of the way. So, go ahead and go, Kurt. I just got to decide what I'm going to discard.
Okay.
So I gotta discard 2 cards.
Yeah, if you draw something in the exile, it gets his ability from proccing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got to go in the graveyard, huh?
Yep.
Oh, that hurt.
I still can't believe they ruled that to work that way. It, like, totally contradicts the way that Commander works.
Yeah, mostly. Sucks, but
Because you choosing it to go to the command zone shouldn't proc things that go to the graveyard. End zone shouldn't proc things.
Yeah. Hey, but that's what the ruling is. We looked it up.
That's why I was like, still blows me away. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right?
That like contradicts the whole thing of choosing to go to a different location.
I'm done.
Let's see if we can do anything real quick. Oh yeah, never mind. My one ability's gone.
Sorry, Mike, you were scaring me a little bit.
Let's see. Six. I'll put Millicent out. And then I will attack you, Tom.
How much? Sorry, for how much?
You flying.
2 flying? Okay.
And whenever a sphere I control dies or deals damage to a player, I create a 1/1 token with flying.
Cool. My turn?
Yep.
Black, green. 2. I'll play Treetop Village. One, two, three. I'll return mazes into my hand to search for another gate card, and then it's your turn, Kurt. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8.
4. Really bad, you're slower.
Arcane Sanctum is what I discarded.
Right, you done, Kurt? Yes, no?
Yeah, I was just reading his effect, but yeah, but
I thought Kurt got lost for a minute.
I'm here. I was just reading the card real quick.
You're here somewhere?
Apparently.
Jesus, I finally have something useful.
That's funny. Holy shit, that's funny. So if you look, I have Girl, Rakdos, Dimmer, Boros, Orzhov, Golgari, Azorius, and Simic. But the other two I have real cards of are the two I don't have in play. Rakdos and Is it? Wait, no. I do have Rakdos.
Tom, I'm hitting your Child of Lara with Dark Steel Mutation.
What does it do?
You are now an insect.
Who's in
Artifact
it?
creature with power and toughness that's 0/1, has indestructible, and loses all other abilities, card types, and creature types.
So can I do that as a fast effect of this? Before that takes effect?
You could stack it.
Those are not fast effects.
Damn.
Unless it's a mana effect.
It's not.
No,
So I can sack it still to draw a card to get rid of that enchantment, but it just won't crack itself.
Nope. And then you'll have to pay additional mana anyway.
It's fine. I'll crack it anyway. To draw a card.
There you go, Kurt. I bought us a few moments.
yeah, you still can't do crap though.
And then from there,
So
I
now
don't have to worry about him.
now I have to pay fucking 13 mana to cast my child. I think I can do it. Still.
Well, eventually, hopefully, you won't be able to.
Red,
Start pulling shit.
black, green, blue, white. Oh yeah, barely. Look at that right there. There's the 5 for it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you done, Mike?
No, I'm trying to decide what to do real quick. I think I'll do that. 3 and 4. I'm gonna do Distant Melody. Draw a card for each spirit I have in play.
So you draw 3.
2, 3.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Alright.
8.
And then I'm gonna hit you, Tom.
For 4 or 3?
For 1, 2, 6, 7.
Nice. My turn?
And I get 3 spirits into play. Let's see what else I can do. Is there anything else I can do after that? Yeah, that's it.
Maze's End. 1 of each color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Child of Alara. Go.
Alright, Kurt, you gotta do something here.
I can't do anything yet. I mean, except keep clearing the board, but that's all I can do. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Can't really do much. 1, 2, 3. Marshall and Petus, enchanted. I really can't, because I mean it's a 6/6, so.
Alright, you done then? Alright, you done then?
I'll attack Mike before, because my
You can
creature
block it.
has to. Yeah, that's why I attacked you, because you can block it, but it has to attack every turn. So,
Ah,
and then
untapping.
Man, this game's taking a while.
it is.
Oops, I killed it.
Let's see. I'm gonna have to keep kerchunking frickin' Tom as best as I can.
Yeah,
Huh.
because you
Alright.
got flying. I don't. If I had flying, I don't.
My flyers are coming at you, Tom.
How much?
6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Fuck.
Right, and I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more spirits into play. I think I'm almost out of spirit tokens. I technically am. Alright. I'll just put this on there. Those are not 1/1 counters. They are number of. I don't have any 1/1 counters in this deck that I've seen other than on that one creature. So.
My turn?
Unfortunately, that is all I can really do at this time.
One could hope.
I have to look in the clear. But I figured out what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna try to get those token things that they came up with, because those are kind of awesome. But I'm just gonna search for like the specific ones I need and see if I can get them.
You wiping everything again, or?
I'm thinking. Hold on. I'll play V2 Ghazi, the city tree. One, two, three. Tap this, return it to my hand. To go through and get another guild gate. What's that other one called? No, I don't think that was it.
I have to use this.
Well, I'm gonna get. Hold on. The Is It guild gate. I wanna see something real quick. Hmm. I know there's another card out there that says this one counts as a guild gate, but it doesn't say guild gate in the name. I thought I had it in here, but I don't.
Well, I think it has to have it Guildgate in the card.
Well, that's just like. Well, no, it's just like Sliver Queen. It's a summon legend, but it says on the card still counts as a sliver.
Right, but that's when it's in play, not when it's in your deck.
Even when it's
You
in the.
have to have Guildgate in the card name for you to be able to get it with that effect.
No, it still counts.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, never mind then. I just thought I thought you
There are cards that actually neutralize.
So,
creature
question.
types too.
Even though this says it comes into play tapped, right, when you play it, but it says search your library for a gate card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. I don't have to put it into play tapped, right?
No, it still comes into play tapped.
Because I'm using a card effect.
Right,
It's
but
what the card is when it comes into play.
Oh,
The
okay.
card it comes into play that way. It comes into play that way.
So even though this itself says comes into play tapped, it still comes into play tapped even though I'm using an ability.
yes.
Okay. That's all I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, because it's still coming into play. Whether it's from a card effect or if you're just playing it from your hand, it's still coming into play. Either way. Unless the card effect you're using to retrieve it says that it negates that card's effect, then it would just come into play however the other card says.
Gotcha. Okay. Go, Kurt.
I'll do a lightning rift.
Which does.
Whenever a player cycles a card, I can pay 1. If I do, it deals 2 damage to any target.
Cool.
I'm done. Or wait, no, I have to attack, so... I guess Mike will take 4.
My creature will
Or are
block.
you gonna... Oh, you got 1. Oh, you still got some.
I'm down to only one untapped. Alright, and at the end of your turn, that's the end of your turn, right?
Yep.
Tap 1. Play Spectral Sealer. He has Flash. And then 2, 3, 4. Use his ability to draw a card. Not that useful. And then we'll do it one more time. 2, 3, 4. Alright. That's kind of a weird card. It does not fit the theme of this deck. Anyway. So
Oh,
then
the
it's
one
my-
that makes Thopters?
No, another card. It's like, what? Why is that in here type thing? What is your child count as?
What do you mean?
Like, what is its types?
Just says legendary creature dash avatar.
Oh, it's Avatar. That would be useful. Let's see. I gotta place something to at least do a little bit of something here. I guess I could do that. I will tap those. I know that doesn't work. I'll tap that. And that. Put Knight of the White Orchid into play. Since Tom controls a shitload more lands than I do, I can put a plains into play.
Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Yeah, like I said, shitload more lands than I do.
Yeah, 15's a shitload.
Mike's got like 11. So how many more does he need than you?
I just have to,
As it's more.
as long as it's one more.
Yep, as long as an opponent controls more lands than me, I can put a plains into play.
And I still control more than you.
By one.
No, if he has 11, I have 15.
So 12.
I'm still ahead by 3. Alright, Mike. You're scaring me a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and crack Child of Alara. And draw a card.
Alright. One. Alright. Turn to my hand, and I want to keep him. He's kind of cool. To my hand. Then
That at least buys me a couple more turns.
How are you returning the cards to your hand?
Spectral Shepherd, pay 2 mana, return a spirit I control to my hand.
Are you done, Mike?
No. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3. There's more planes left. After that, I'll put a shepherd out.
I'm gonna pay 3 and counter him.
Really, Kurt? That we've had to battle Tom.
Yeah, but
Hey, you just gave Tom the game.
get rid of Tom, then you're gonna come after me. Anyway, so
Now is it my turn? Alright.
'cause I'm gonna lose after Tom goes down anyway.
Draw my 1. Hey, look! Exotic Orchard. Maze's End. So it's... So I need 15 mana total. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10. Let me make sure this is one of each. Black, white, blue, green, red. Child of Alara. Go.
his thing again?
Yep. Because it's going to cost him 2 more to play it next time, and I don't think he has the mana. It's going to cost him 17 to cast it next time. And then he didn't kill anything with it, so that helps.
So how much did you pay for that?
6.
Jesus, for one creature? Well, 2.
Yeah, but then it didn't get to wipe anything, and it's going to cost you 17 mana to get it again. So it might take you a little bit to get it out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I will have 17.
Well, I'm done either.
Oh, that reminds me. There, so I'm technically not cheating. Look, I have the real card behind the fake one.
Why not just use the real card?
Because if I do that, because then look at the back, you won't see any white, so you know what card's coming.
Yeah, true. Oh, I get it.
See what to do here.
What's up, Outrageous? Yes, some live MtG. I'm either A, about to lose, or B, about to win.
Alright, I'm gonna play Commanders here. And then go.
Untap on my land. Draw my 1. I'll play the Labyrinth of Scophos. I will tap 1, 2, 3. Return mazes into my hand. Get my last guild gate. Put it into play tapped. It is your turn, Kurt. So how are you doing tonight, Outrageous?
I'm gonna take 4 flying.
Nice. 4 flying?
Yep.
Okay. Well, this is probably going to be my last game for tonight, Outrageous, unfortunately.
Yeah, since it's been a long game.
Yeah.
Let's run out the Spectral Sailor.
But I'll make sure to come over and watch you before I actually go to bed. If you are streaming it.
Or
Hell yeah, that's awesome. I do appreciate that. Yeah, see, I've never played Arena, but I've heard it's really good fun. A lot of fun, I should say, if I can English correctly.
At the end of your turn, then I'll untap.
Are you going to be able to kill me this turn, Mike?
Oh, hopefully.
I hope you can't. Huh. I wonder if I'll be able to make any of my decks on there with the free cards they give you.
You
I don't
played
know.
Your creature at the end of my turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember how he can, but
The
he can.
flash card.
Yeah, Flash. That's
Okay.
it.
That's all I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know too much about all the different play styles. Like, I don't know much about Historic.
And you have 8 life left, Tom.
Yeah.
Alright. So I will tap 3, or there's 2, 3. Put out Mirror Entity.
Which does.
Till end of turn, creatures I control have base power and toughness XX and gain all creature types. It's his just use ability.
Oh, okay.
And let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So creatures I control are now 8/8s and have all creature types.
Okay.
And 8/8 flying.
2, 3, 4. I'm gonna tap Labyrinth of Scopos. Remove target of attacking or blocking creature from combat.
Okay. So just no damage.
Oh, thank God. Cause guess what? It's my turn, right?
Not yet.
Oh, damn.
Let me see if there's anything else I can do here. Nothing that I can really see that I can do at this time, unfortunately. Alright, it's all yours.
Alright. Untap everything. I was wondering if I was ever gonna get this off. Okay, I don't care. Cable, no, not cable. No. Because I almost just screwed myself. I'm gonna play Maze's End. The last little bit that says here, if I control 10 or more gates with different names, I win the game. Selesnya Guildgate, Izzet Guildgate, Dimmer, Golgari, Boros, Orzhov, Azorius, Simic, Gruul, and Rakdos. There's 10 and I win.
Yep.
Damn. God, that took...
Well,
Control deck. You should get a.
you would, except for I'm gonna counter that.
You can't. It's a land ability.
Counter target spell.
It's a land.
Oh, it's a land.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole deck is just troll.
Come on. You know you want to. There you go. Well, maybe. I moved.
It's still not focusing. We got it too close, I think.
It's like it wants to.
Yeah, it's trying, but it's like. There we go.
If you control 10 or more gates with different names, you win the game. And see, look, gate, 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 gate. Whew. I didn't think I was going to win that. I got lucky. It was able to remove Mike's creature from combat.
Yeah, I probably, I shouldn't, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered either way, because if I would have let Mike take you out that time by not countering his, he could have took you out, but then he would have turned around and took me out. Too, so.
The only time I got kind of scared was when he turned my child into a pest.
Yeah, I found a way to fucking combo with that afterwards too, where I could have exiled your creature to prevent your sacrifice.
How is it? How? I'm just curious.
Artifact.
It's not an artifact. Oh, that's right. You did. Okay.
And then he lost his ability, so he wouldn't have been able to go back into the commander zone either.
No, he still does. He's still.
Oh, he would. Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
I wish. Only thing you could do is if there was a way to prevent him from being sacrificed. With the way that is, I don't think there is even a card that prevents that. So.
Yeah, because they're all abilities. They're not spells.
Yeah. Well, there's things to counter abilities, but there's not anything to counter land abilities, as far as I'm aware.
You want to try to do one more quick one? I got technically half an hour.
Up to you. I mean, I think we could. I don't mind. I don't know.
We try to stay up there a little bit more. I'll pull out this deck. I'm not sure which one this is.
I don't even know what deck I want to use.
Yeah, I think for your birthday, I'm gonna have to like buy you a real commander deck.
That is a real deck.
No, that's
But
not.
it's still
That's a troll deck.
It's what?
It's a troll deck.
Even if I bought all the cards, it's still a real deck, regardless.
No, that's a
Yeah.
troll deck, though. It's not a real commander deck, though. Totally troll.
Yeah, someone came up with it as
I know that's your favorite type of deck, Tom. But still. Oh, this is that deck, huh?
I think the other deck I have is not a troll deck, as you call it.
most of them aren't, but just you do have more than any of us.
I only have one deck that's built the troll, and that's my mill deck.
So, look, no land.
I thought.
Let's see what the Wheel of Fate says on the reset. And it's Kurt.
Again? I got some land.
So I got do a forest, I'll path it, important crossroads.
Oh, Mike, you're second again, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if I want to mulligan some of these cards out. Let's see, I'll do do 2. 1, 2. It's a little better. Apple. Alright, draw my card, and let's see what happens here. Alright, awesome. So let's see, I will play a 4 East. And it is all yours.
Glimmer Post. I gain 1 life. Go.
You gained a life? How dare you?
So I'll look at this one. Look at building this one, Mike. My Cody Vociferous Codex Commander deck. It's got 65 spells and 34 lands. How's that?
Whatever else?
Will that be okay?
Be a little better.
Because then I have a sliver commander deck too. I don't remember who the commander is though. I'll look into it.
Yeah, try to save up a little money and buy you one though, because you can get some for
Yeah, all
some
the
of the least popular ones you can usually get for like $35.
Hmm.
Some are 30. Some of the older ones I've seen are 30.
all the newer commander decks that have come out in the past year or so are pretty solid freaking decks too.
Yeah, they got better with it as they're going along. So you don't really need to modify them pretty much.
Play Mirrored Landscape, and it's yours.
Draw my 1.
I am not drawing good at all.
Where's this tower? Go. Kurt, you're playing your elf deck, huh?
Yep. I like to play with it at least once.
Do what?
I pulled out my elf deck because that was the random deck I grabbed. I was like, I don't know what deck this is, and that's the one that I grabbed.
Oh, is that the one you're using right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're both out.
I should have busted out my elf deck too.
I didn't even know what it was until I pulled out the commander and I was like, oh shit.
I'll play Tablet of the Guilds and I'll do green and red. And then I'll play a Wire Widow or to gain a life. And I'm done. I'm gonna reset my turn.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot to do that too. Because I get into life whenever a locust comes into play.
Alright, and you're done?
Yep, I'm done.
Thank you for that, Kurt.
Yeah. Wasn't trying to, but sure.
Hey, every
I was trying
one
to live
health,
my own life, man. Like I was trying to keep track of your shit.
every one health matters.
Grab 3 and put out Jagged Scar Archers,
Cool.
and it is all yours.
Draw my 1. Plant 1, 2, 3. Metalworker. Go.
Fancy. What does your metal worker do?
Tap it, reveal any number of artifact cards in my hand. Add 2 mana pool for each card revealed this way.
I knew it was a mana thing, I just couldn't remember what.
Yeah, you're not gonna like my next turn.
Hey, you're gonna drop some big artifact creature.
Well, I'm gonna help you guys out too. Kind of.
Done. Alright, draw a card.
I gained an order of life.
Oh, you did? Alright. Blink.
Each time I play a green or red spell, I gain a life.
I'll play
Sweet.
swamp.
Hey, it helps, right?
It does.
This is literally the. Oh, I can do that. Alright, I'm gonna do this. Tap 4. Put out Binding the Old Gods.
Okay, what does that do?
Saga?
When it comes into play, destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls. Get rid of your little mana dude. Yeah. Okay.
Well, okay, you just ruined my plans. Good job.
Yeah. Take that.
My turn?
And then, yeah, that's all I could really do. Kurt, none of your stuff's flying, right?
Nope.
There's this tower. Gonna pay this the whole way. Voltaic construct. Go.
Two priests. Tap priest for 4. Azzetine of the root. And I'll gain 2 life. Tap.
Mike, I take it you want to get your vengeance from last game?
Yep.
I figured.
It's probably gonna roll over everybody.
He wouldn't have been if you had just let me do what I was gonna do. But no. You had to fuck it all up, didn't you? Not that
Well,
I
Kurt
care.
fucked up me winning the last one, so.
No, you guys just left me alive for too long. That's what happened.
Pretty much.
Well, I would have had you killed like 3 turns earlier if Kurt wouldn't have stopped my guy from coming back.
Yeah, and then like I said, then you would have ran over me after that, so. That,
Draw my card. The next thing that triggers on the binding, I search my library for a forest card and put it into the battlefield tap, and then shuffle my library. Tapped.
So, what are you doing after that? Drawing?
Drew my card. Now I'm gonna play a swamp for my land per turn. And then I'm going to tap 1. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And a 4. And put out Pride of the Perfect.
Cool.
All my elves get +2/+0.
That's sick. My turn? Hey, guess what? Tron Online.
Do you have a creature that's untapped?
I got 2 that are untapped.
Okay. Never mind. And they're not flying, right?
Nope.
Alright.
I don't have
3,
any flying
6,
stuff on the thing, so.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Well, you have something to get rid of flying.
Oh no. My my little archer dude deals damage to flyers.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna play 10. Mycosynth Golem. Costs 11, but it's got affinity for artifacts, and I have an artifact in play. But it gives all my creature spells affinity for artifacts. So I just have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One left over. Go ahead and go, Kurt.
I miss mana burn so much.
I didn't take any mana burn.
No, I said I miss mana burn so much.
Why?
There's just so many ways to generate retarded amounts of mana
Oh, yeah.
nowadays, and it's like, oh,
Oh, I got infinite mana.
mana and blah blah blah, and it's like, well, if you don't use it all, you die.
Yup.
What's that?
Yeah, but I used all 10 that I created.
But you know what I mean.
Oh, definitely.
Just that, it was just like it kept that a little bit in check.
Now I got infinite times infinite amount of mana. And it's just all gonna sit there. Well, you take that all that damage. And you die.
Well, it's kind of like how they changed how freaking Trample's damage is allocated now too.
Yeah, that was so stupid. There went Lure Venom.
Now, Venom still makes it good, but Lure definitely got wrecked by it.
Mm-hmm.
I have defeated only 2 bosses so far in Elden Ring
Cool.
of the
Ouch.
meat bosses.
Oh, okay.
That's 2 more than I've beaten.
You don't even have that yet, do you?
Nah. I was gonna say
I
the
don't have it yet.
the PS3 game I showed
I
you
wanna get it.
was the last game I bought.
I just began working on the 3rd area because I'm going through and trying to clear everything in each area.
Mm-hmm.
So, because you want every little bit of XP. You can,
Well, that way, and if you have to backtrack too, you won't have to run into the monsters again, right?
monsters come back if you rest, so
Oh, gotcha.
or die.
Then don't rest or die. And they will never come back.
Oh, shit.
Sounded good, didn't it?
It did, yeah. If only.
If only, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
but I've
doing
been trying to avoid stuff.
each other elf gets +1/+1, and whenever this guy attacks, I gain 1 life for each attacking creature I control.
Sick.
And what do your 2 creatures do over there, Tom?
One just untaps artifact creatures. It's a 2/2, and then the other one has affinity for artifacts. It's a 4/5. They're
That's
just
the one that gives everything affinity?
yeah.
Destroy it.
How?
Destroy target creature. Poison in the cup.
Good job. Even how does that work on a machine?
Corrosive.
It's acidic, not poison. Is it my turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Cloud Post, I gain no life from that one. 3, 6, 8. Colossus of Akros. 1, 2. That's all I can do. Go.
coat of arms.
Nice.
Yep.
That'll help you and Mike out.
Yep.
Because, I mean, I have artifact creatures, but that doesn't help them, does it? Well, no, I have
It's creatures,
golems.
Yeah.
They're artifact creatures.
The two I have out are golems right now, so.
Golems. Oh yeah, golems.
Yeah. So they count. They boost each other.
Sick.
Alright. Now the weird fucked up thing with it is that with coat of arms, and since they started giving creatures multiple types, it like multi-procs too, so
So these, since it says artifact creature golem, it procs because it says artifact creature and golem. So,
well, like elf archer, elf warrior, so warriors proc and
oh, got you. Okay.
And
elves.
archers. Or
Yeah.
wouldn't it be archers too?
Yeah, well for the archers, yeah.
Right.
So
So like the elf druids proc twice.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Jeez.
What are you doing, Mike?
we're all fucked up and weird right now.
It kind of is. That's kind of crazy. Cause that's kind of hard to keep track of, to be honest.
It really is.
Just remember, all your creatures get +2/+2. It's an easy way. Easy way to remember it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm done.
Right, and then I'm going to tap 3 and put Farhaven Elf into play. Search the when it enters the battlefield, I search my library for a basic land card and put it into play. Tapped, and then shuffle my library. Okay.
Are you done after that?
No. Actually, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna attack.
See, what's weird is these Colossuses, they're giants, but they don't have reach.
They should, huh?
You would think.
I think they really should.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6, 8, 10, 11. Karn Silver Golem and Mycosynth Lattice. Go. Alright. I'll be right back.
First. Do forests count as green spells? Or
No.
they're lands, so they're separate? Yeah, they're land. That's actually all I can do, so I'm done.
Yeah, my saga was destroyed last turn. Discard it. I didn't use its last ability, so.
Okay.
Path of Ancestry. Play forward, or okay, play forest too. Let's see. I'll play my commander.
Come here, headset.
I'll sacrifice my mirrored landscape to put 2 basic lands into play.
What'd I miss?
He played his commander, and he's getting 2 basic land cards.
Okay.
Does your commander do anything when she comes in play? No.
He has Menace and creates elves and then like has some direct damage abilities. That's about it.
Menaces has to be blocked by more than one creature, right?
Yep. 2 or more.
Are you done after that, Mike?
Like I'm gonna play tap. So yep, that's it.
So, just so you guys know, because I forgot to tell you, do you guys know what Mycosynth Lattice does?
No.
All permanents are artifacts in addition to their other types. All cards that aren't in play, spells, and permanents are colorless. Players may spend mana as though they were mana of any color. Another tower.
So everything gets +3/+3 then too,
Damn.
because because they're artifacts. Artifact creatures or just artifacts?
Everything is artifacts in addition to their other types.
Oh, okay, never mind. So it's still just +2/+2.
Well, depends on how many of whatever are out there.
Right. It varies, but if they're like elf
3, 6, 9,
if it
10,
doesn't count,
11,
it only gets one.
12. Blightsteel Colossus. Go.
Fine.
So how many archers do you have, Kurt?
I don't have any archers.
Okay.
Wild pair. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, you can search your library for a creature card with the same total power and toughness and put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle.
Sweet. Why don't you cast some creatures? You got a priest in a circle.
I only got one card in my hand.
Oh. Hey, me too. You want to see what it is?
Sure.
The Evader of Woe.
Hey, Kurt, what thing is near your life?
Tablet of the Guilds.
Is it based off of color? Remember, everything's colorless because it's on.
Oh wait, so yeah, I can't
You don't
gain
gain
life
any.
anymore.
Yeah.
So that goes back down to
What were you at? 47?
yeah.
You can just leave it where it's at. It's alright. We caught it after you gained the life after I played it.
No, that's fine. I put it back. So alright, I'm done now.
So what is Defender? Again, refresh my memory.
Can block
Yeah.
more than one creature.
You can't attack.
That's
It's
it?
basically the ability.
Okay.
Oh,
You count
okay.
Because it got rid of the special rule for walls, per se, because it was confusing people. So everything just has Defender now,
Okay.
if it's what the old walls were.
Gotcha.
Like Forest. And then you. And play Prowess of the Fair. Whenever one of my elves die, I get an elf token.
Cool. You done?
Unfortunately, that's all I can do.
Alright. 9. Avatar of Woe. Soul Ring. Go. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9. Philly.
Yeah, my opening hand was terrible.
Mine's getting there, kind of. Jeez.
Philly.
Mine was all mana, so it's been like, and I haven't been able to get anything else.
I needed one more mana, and I could have done his ability.
What's he do?
So it says Defender, Indestructible, 10 colorless mana, Monstrosity 10. If this creature isn't monstrous, put 10 1/1 counters on it and it becomes monstrous. As long as Colossus of Akros is monstrous, it has trample and can attack as though it didn't have Defender. So it becomes a 20/20 with trample.
Well, if you draw another mana or another land, then you'll be able to do it next turn.
I mean, I could do it before I played
And
the
I get
Woe and Ring.
5 elves into play.
Cool.
Jeez.
My turn?
If I have enough tokens right now, I can just put them out like that. And then, yeah, I can do that anytime. So.
Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll monsterize him and Phyrexian Altar. Go. Not like I need it now, but oh well.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, Phyrexian Altar is sack a creature, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. If I didn't have Mycosynth Lattice, that's how I would cast the avatars.
Alright, I'll do that. I'll tap 2 player.
Who's there?
I'm gonna use the ability for wild pair to get another one. And shuffle. And that's it.
Or wait, at the end of your turn, Kurt. Or no, you can't do it. Never mind. I'm short one. Because you fucking have to tap him to use it. So.
Do you need a mana, Mike? I got you. Oh. Do you need a creature to tap? I'll tap it for you.
3. Numa Jordana Chieftain.
Okay.
She freaking can pump up or throw 1/1 counters on random elves.
Okay.
Which it doesn't really matter right now with how big all of the elves are. Thanks to Kurt.
Right.
Yep, pretty much.
And me.
Is it random on your side or is random elves in general?
It's I pay 2x and then I can throw that or distribute that many 1/1 counters among any number of target elves I control.
So it is the ones you control still.
It's not really random, it's just, you know, I just generate fucking 1/1s.
Right.
My turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
9. Darksteel Forge. There we go.
Artifacts are indestructible.
Every single one of my creatures now is indestructible. And the 20/20 trample, 11/11 trample, infect indestructible. Go your way, Kurt.
Cage.
Does the infect have trample?
Yes, they both do.
Oh, the other one I don't.
What's one's 11/11?
Yes.
I'll kill him.
How?
I'll block with my Yeba.
Yeah, any of the elves are minimally, just from my side, giving him boosts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. just from my
Oh.
elves.
She's like a
Hold on.
1818 or something.
Whatever second type. What is her second type?
Shaman.
Shaman? I don't know if I have a shaman. Let's see. No, I don't have shaman.
Yeah,
I have a
I'm
shitload of
definitely gonna lose this
couple
game.
druids and archers.
I'm definitely gonna lose this game.
That one's a warrior.
Yeah, she's a 2020.
Yeah,
So,
mine's technically a 15-15.
She's a 2020. You have a bunch of shamans.
but she's an elf shaman, so she gets from the elves too.
No, the elves. Yeah, how many elves do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The 9. So you got 10 from me and 9 from your side.
That's 19.
So,
That's plus 19. That would make her. She's a 1-1 babe.
no, she's a 4-4, so she's 23-23.
23-23.
So I'll actually use her to block your 2020. But he's indestructible, so he doesn't die.
They're both indestructible.
That's -1 counters though on your creature.
You get 15 -1 counters on it.
Okay.
Wait, which one are you blocking?
The 2020.
Okay, so then whatever creature you choose to block this one is going to get the -15 -15 counters.
Okay, so it'll be on her.
This one's the 2020.
Well, that's the one I want to block. Which one are they both 2020?
No, this one's a 24-24, sorry, because of coat of arms, and I have 4 golems. So it's a 24-24. This one's a 15-15 with infect.
Shit.
So, what
Alright,
are your?
well, I'll take the 15 and then I'll block the 2020.
15 is poison counters if you do not block it.
What do those do?
You get 10 or yeah, 10 or more, you die.
Oh. Alright. Well, I'll have to block that one then.
Do you have an elf warrior, Kurt?
No.
What are your elf types?
Elf druids. Either regular elves or they're elf druids.
So have one of your elf druids block the 2020 since it's not infect, because they're way the fuck stronger than her. Because they're plus 19 plus whatever the however many druids you have, and I have 1 druid.
Oh, okay. So then they get boosted for both.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'll block them both then, but I'll use her to block so that she gets the -15,
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
And then, Mike, what's your strongest creature?
My strongest right now? Dear God. How many? You said you don't have any warriors?
Oh, I don't. They're elf druids.
How many druids do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Only 5?
6. 6 druids.
That'd be plus 25 on that one.
Well,
Base.
whichever one you deem is your strongest, it dies.
As a response to that, beforehand, I will tap this one and that. Taps all 10 of my elves. Which, both of you guys take 10 damage and I gain 10 health.
Okay.
37.
No, you were at 47.
Yeah, so I'm down to 37.
37.
And I'm at 31.
Yep.
Because I'm trying to end this quick.
My command would be my strongest one.
So whichever one is your strongest, it dies from Avatar Woe.
That'd be my commander that I just hit you with.
Okay. And it's your turn, Kurt.
I get an elf token into play because I had an elf die.
So come on, Mike, kill me.
And a 2.
Or Kurt, kill me. I have a pacifist blocker, which is a 0/8 and a 2/2.
You could win, I think, right now if you really wanted to.
Yeah, because you're all tapped out, pretty much. He can send 2 my way and the rest your way and win, probably.
Yeah, because I just played 2 more priests, which pumps up the rest.
So set those 2 off to the side. I'm at 31.
They can attack.
Oh yeah, Concordant Crossroads.
Yeah.
So hit me with 2 and then send everything else at Mike.
Well, how many blockers do you have, Tom?
2.
3?
We've got 2.
Or 2? So you'd have to attack him with at least, what?
Not if I took it, just take it, because yeah, I gotta get off of here.
Yeah,
Well, that
it's fast.
But to do it legit,
Alright,
Either way, I
You
could send 3 at
Before it-
Tom. 3,
maybe 4 at Tom.
Tom.
Yeah.
To kill him anyway.
and I have
then,
a blocker.
so that would be.
I'd kill one of whatever you have because he's larger than most heroes, I think.
Well,
So
no,
mine are elf warrior.
I got 1/1. I got 5 1/1 counters on them. They would boost mine by an additional 5.
Oh, you put 1/1 counters on him somehow?
Yeah, was it? Whenever I gain life, I can pay an extra 1. If I do put a 1/1 counter on each creature I can put. So these early elves right here all have +5/+5. Because I was able to gain the life for conquered everything. So it would boost all my early elves by +5/+5, so they would be 5 stronger than any of yours. So it would kill your token, and then I would have to send, what, 3 your way? 2?
Like 2 more? Yeah,
2 more? Yeah.
because
so,
of just how many elves are out in play.
Okay. Well,
Because my elf warrior is same pluses as just for the base elf, and I have +3/+1 on everything, and all my stuff is warrior also for the most part. So
yeah. So mine would be boosted just a little bit more than yours.
and I could pump them up with another like 4 more freaking 1/1s.
Oh,
But-
yeah, you could.
It wouldn't do much more. It would kill one of your guys at most, which doesn't really matter, just for the shits and giggles.
Yeah, the other, like, 5 would get through, so.
Yeah.
so just because I want to show it off on stream, the one other deck. Hold on, this one, right here in my hand. I'm gonna do it on stream next time, just because I want to show it off. Alright, thank you guys for coming to join me and playing.
Yeah, you know I like to, so no problem.
I
with
know.
me.
Hell yeah. I know Mike is down whenever he's not too tired or has to work early the next day.
Right.
Work, unfortunately, does get in the way of enjoying time with friends.
Sure shit
Yes,
does.
it does.
Considering I gotta work the next 2 days, that's why I won't be streaming either.
Fun.
And I do want to give a shout out to Artrageous, Sick Trey, and my homie Chop for coming and stopping by tonight. Just and always, Mike and Kurt, thank you too, because you guys are helping me out a lot by doing this. Well, I mean, even if I wasn't streaming it, we'd still be playing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
All right.
I get it.
I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Unfortunately, but yeah.
Yep. All right.